Hi, welcome to the SadCAST review. This week we're going to review Cowboy Bebop, a seminal space western anime series. And before you turn off, I've got to tell you that I've never seen a series of such astonishing variety, intelligence and style. With the almost complete lack of cyberpunk motifs, Cowboy Bebop is one of the most westernised anime series you're probably likely to see, but the lack of dazzling animation, beautiful though it may be, will probably prevent Cowboy Bebop from finding the audience, a large audience, that Ghost in the Shell or Akira did. This series, along with maybe Lupin the Third and Outlaw Star, probably influenced the popular cult series by Joss Whedon called Firefly. Cowboy Bebop though is much better. If you like action, if you like jazz or comedy, you'll like Cowboy Bebop. If you like old-town bounty hunter, private eye or detective movies, you'll like Cowboy Bebop. If you like dark sci-fi stories with twists that really make you feel for the characters, you'll like Cowboy Bebop. In fact, you'll have to work pretty damn hard not to like this series. As usual with Sad Geezer reviews, we have some great clips to show you, and this first one is from one of the first episodes in the series, and it's when the Cowboy Bebop crew meet their hacker pal, Ed.
Let's go! Come on, Jet, now!
Ed keeps yelling something about a promise?
Some promises are made to be broken. In fact, most of them are. Now come on, lift off!
Not coming for Ed, ooh la la.
Why are we going down there? What's going on?
Just what did you promise the kid, Faye?
She promised Ed that Ed could become a real member of Bebop.
Most of the songs and scores have a very nostalgic retro jazz feel and are quite unlike the usual anime music fare. In fact, if you just listen to the music, the thought that it's coming from an anime soundtrack would never cross your mind. The composer Yoko Kanno and her band, the Seatbelts, faultlessly keep you gripped to the action with an eclectic and varied range of musical compositions. This next clip involves a piece of music that is unusual considering the circumstances and yet quite moving. The scene is the end of a violent confrontation between the lead character, Spike, and his ex-friend, Vicious. Spike comes off worst and he falls from an upper story window seemingly to his death. He remembers his past. For an anime series, the English dubbing is pretty good. The production values are also very high, which is not a surprise really, considering most of the people that worked on Escaflowne also worked on Cowboy Bebop. This story is basically about a group of space bounty hunters, and it's set to an old-time jazz theme with plenty of classy old-time stories and dark morals along the way. This next clip is in itself a clip from the Bounty Hunter TV show which all the Cowboy Bebop crew watch. It's a show which tells them the latest fugitives and their bounties. It's just great. Check this out.
Hi, amigos! Welcome, bounty hunters!
Shucks, howdy. It's finally time for Big Shot.
First, today's hot news. Y'all heard about that renegade land-carving satellite, right?
Of course. It got caught with a big bounty on it.
Well, just a few minutes ago, the Earth Police released a report.
What'd it say?
Let's see. The term bounty is legal context, only applies to humans or other life forms. Though there is some controversy regarding the state of computers as life forms, legal precedent is clear. Biological logistics rejects the assertion.
Roundup time, sugar. What does it all mean?
It's bad news. They won't pay no bounty on no computer, no how.
Ah! To the guys who caught it, my heart goes out to you.
There are, however, a lot of dark episodes and scenes, not just scary but melancholy and thought-provoking. The series will have you up one minute and down the next. Watching Cowboy Bebop is like riding a roller coaster. This next scene is a good example. There are very few villains that I find personally very scary, but the assassin Pierre Le Pew is certainly among the scariest. No, he really is. He's a sort of fat, evil clown, but you very quickly learn that he's agile, amoral, and almost unstoppable. Our hero Spike is undeterred, and he agrees to meet Piero Le Pew in a sort of space theme park. There they do battle, and again the music here sets it off really well. The Bebop crew are all ultra-cool anti-heroes, but these guys aren't bounty hunters because they want to fight crime and keep the peace. They want a big wodge of cash, and the bounty hunting seems to be probably the best way of making big money fast. Although they'll do the right thing if pressed, they rarely forget their true motivation, and to be honest, their perpetual lack of food shows them just how hard being a bounty hunter really can be. Cowboy Bebop is not simply a space western. There are dashes of film noir, gothic horror, creature feature, black comedy, screwball comedy, spy action, crime, romance, fatalism, optimism, slapstick humour, parody. Just about every type of tale under the sun appears in some shape or form during the series. It's a show where each episode really is different from the last, where if it not for the recurring characters, it would be hard to believe that this brightly coloured blaxploitation episode, Mushroom Samba, could possibly come from the same series as the bleakly violent Real Folk Blues. Whatever your style of anime, and even if you don't like anime, even if you hate it, you should check this out. I strongly recommend Cowboy Bebop for your viewing pleasure. That's it for this week. See you next time. Bye.